Hello, everybody. It's Bugsy here, and we're going into the room right now. So I want to talk to you. Also, I got the internet back, so fucking normal videos will be back up. God damn. And my dog is smiling. Baby, little baby dog, what are you smiling about? Seriously, cutest, cutest pit bull ever. I swear to God. Like, I know some people are like, oh, some pit bulls are vicious. It's how they're raised. Like, everybody be like, oh my God, they're so vicious. No, it's how they're raised. If people treat them like shit, they're going to act. They're going to act like little monsters because of that. But if you treat one with love and give it a little discipline, they'll freaking be regular dogs. And and this little dog that's sleeping in my bed right now that you can't really see, well, my actual room, it's just laying down doing the cutest smile. My dog has insomnia, so he had to put her in the cage for a night. I don't know why she does. I don't know what that is, why that is a thing, but they had to do that. Um, I don't think anybody in my family knew that, but I did. So But anyways, I'm gonna make this video short because I gotta bounce in there. So we about to talk. I'm not gonna turn on any games or anything right now. But it's so good to have be in this room. Like like everybody always says, like, don't like everybody be like, why don't you stay in here longer? Because one, there's limits on when I can, like, when it comes to like video, like stuff like that, there's a limit. I can't just fill everything with every show I want. I mean, I wish I could, but I can't really do that. And with and I don't want to stay in nostalgia for too long. Nostalgia can be toxic if you stay in it too long. Like coming in here like every once in a while, or like I'm like, oh, I'm bored and I want to play some ROM hacks. Even though this is a facsimile of my old room back in the day, and some stuff I actually wanted in that old room. Even though kinda got the same wobble lamp. But either way, some people are like, Nintendo will save us because they're gonna do physical games. I'm like, yeah, but Neo Geo, Evercade, there's a bunch of other people like releasing shit. Like, I know some people don't understand this because some of them are modern gamers and they're not always in the know. I know some people look at me and go, "Oh, but you like retro stuff," but I also like new stuff. I'm not sitting here going, "I only love these." Ooh, like every fucking short on YouTube. Like, remember when games were simple? I'm like, brother, yes, I do. But I'm not out here just saying that these things are the end all be all and it don't get better than this. Yeah, that's nostalgia talking to you. That's like nostalgia holding you and going, yes, yes, love me, love me, love me. My nostalgia's like, Bugsy, you want to come in here and just play for a little bit? And I'll be like, sure thing. But everybody else's nostalgia's like, love me. Like the fucking X-Play game. Love me. Love me. Why won't you love me? Remember how things were simple. Like, honestly, to Sony, I just want to say this. How does it feel having all your devs fucking revolt against you? How does it feel to have all these studios pull out from you because of what you did and you didn't tell them? See, that's the thing. That's the thing. You guys used to be the smart ones. You guys used to be the kind of smart ones back in the day. Now you're just like, oh, we're too big to fail, so everybody that doesn't want physical because we're not gonna give you physical games in 2 years. We're too big to fail. But I think that's gonna be put to the test pretty soon. That's the thing. That's the thing about these. That's the thing about like Sony, all these companies that think they're too bigger. They're too big for their fucking britches. Yeah, I'm saying that. I'm bringing it back. Okay, maybe I'm not bringing it back. It's only gonna be a thing I say. But truthfully, truthfully, I want to just say it. I want to say it like this, folks. You gotta be. I gotta be real with you. People should have the choice to have physical games. I know we. I know some of us got more digital shit than we like to admit. I do too. But I feel like taking that away is fucking stupid. I feel you're basically limiting everybody because y'all want to be like, oh no, you guys can get what we give you. You like what we give you. We give you nothing. We give you digital, and you don't like it. It's like that parent that wants to get you to eat broccoli. You're a kid. Your parents wanted you to eat broccoli and tried to force you at every turn. Well, that was more of a healthy thing. This is more of a you're our little consumer, so consume. And I'm just like, I kind of hate it, man. I don't like I don't like the fact that like PlayStation just came up and said "fuck you," you know, and that's how they feel too. They said because some insiders said they don't issue a statement because they feel like we do not they don't need to give us an explanation. They don't need to give us a statement or an apology. And like right now, Sony's about to get mollywopped by the fucking hard fist of reality. And all these little shields that are kind of like, oh, Sony's not doing anything wrong. Dude, please sit down there, Skippy. The actual adults are talking. All right, sit down, Skippy. Sit down. I know you want to be. I know you want to be freaking Sony's best bitch. I know you're probably gonna pull out several mortgages just so you can get the PlayStation 6. Okay? But Skippy, unlike you, we remember a time when physical games used to be the shit. Okay? And you want to jump to this all digital future, that's fine. But the rest of us kinda hate it. We want to have physical games, man. And that, we should have the choice because some of us want to hold it. I still got some of my old Super Nintendo carts that I freaking somehow like fucking got them and ripped them in here. And I still have those carts. You know, I gave my I gave my I gave my GameCube disc to my nieces and nephews when they were little. That was a mistake. I saw some like my Battlefield Bikini Bottom was on their floor, and I was like, I didn't want to make a scene, but I was like, boy, boy, no. Like in my head, I was just tripping, but I didn't want to fucking just like totally yell at my nieces and nephews for that because that'd be kind of dumb. Especially when I already kind of ripped those games off of those discs, and somehow they somehow they worked. So they worked when I put the disc back in. So it's whatever. But I do like physical games because every physical game you have from when you were a kid to when you were a teenager that has a story. Now I never really used to share my games with people because some people would take them and never bring them back. And I had this one dude, we're gonna call him Key. I never really liked Key. He was kind of cool. He was cool, The moment I said I had like fucking Vice City, he dude didn't like me the first year I came around. But then I said I had games, and this motherfucker was like, "Ooh, you know where your fake friends are." And he did destroy my other friend who was who was disabled. He broke his copy of Vice City. He broke it right in front of me. I just got so pissed. I got so pissed off. I didn't say anything, but I was like, "How you just gonna break a man's game because you mad?" I know Key's probably like older now, and he probably got a wife or something. But still, that was still pretty fucked up. I just want to fucking note that. And there's so many other like little stories that I remember because of certain video games that I used to play and shit. Like everybody wants to be like, oh, but it doesn't matter. They're just a piece of plastic. But those pieces of plastic have have value. You can trade it. You can share it with people. You can you can basically give it to your nieces and nephews. You can do a lot with the physical media, but I feel like you guys act like, some of you guys that are like really, really shilling hard don't really understand the ramifications of what will actually happen. Will actually happen. It's not like I'm fear mongering here. They said point period point blank. You do not own shit. So to all my little digital only my digital only guys, I mean, think about it. You should be upset about this too, because at the end of the wait a minute, did the moon get bigger? Did the moon get bigger because I backed up? Hold up. No, no, I think that was just me tripping. Anyways, like I was saying, um, like they could easily, like, remember, Jump Force got delisted simply because Bandai Namco didn't want to pay the rights for the Dragon Quest character. That's the real reason that shit got delisted. It wasn't because of anything else. It was just because they didn't want to pay the fucking rights for the Dragon Quest character. They were like, "Fuck that! No, 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 no." They're like, "Fuck that shit." They're like, "Fuck that shit." You know, and they can do it for a myriad of other reasons. And y'all just sitting here going like, "No, Bugsy, you don't understand." But it could happen to y'all too. It's just not gonna like we'll miss out on physical games for like Grand Theft Auto and shit, and we'll probably get it on Steam. But it does piss me off that freaking PlayStation did a fucking heel turn like we're all in wrestling and some shit. Like, dude, I bought Echoes of Ironcrad the day, like the like 2 days before the announcement, and then they hit you with that shit. I'm like, with Sony, I'm like, fuck you, fuck you guys. I will never hate the stuff I used to love from Sony, like PlayStation 1 and 2, or 3, or 4. There's stuff on my 5 that are actually physical, but I do hate their decision. And, you know, a wise, very angry man once said, you can still hold these companies accountable. You can still say shit about these companies that you don't like. You can still talk about shit you don't like about these companies, even though you may have once loved them. And then he made a video about freaking G4, and then he like had a conniption, but we ain't gonna talk about that. That has no relevance. So it was weird. Like seriously, Alpha Megasin did that shit, and I was like, what the fuck? Like honestly, why are you so mad? Like why does this get you so fucking mad? I just don't get it. No, that like really confused me back in the day. But back to the point. And I'm just saying, like, but I feel like the people who be out here just like shilling and, you know, cupping Sony's balls, I feel like you guys will follow them to hell if it ever was like a thing that you'd follow the CEO of Sony in hell just simply because you want the next PlayStation, and that's fucking crazy. Because remember, folks, these companies do not love us, man. They do not care about us on an individual level. The fact that you all think that they do is fucking insane. They don't deserve your loyalty if they're willing to pull the rug from under us and tell us take it. You know? Take what we give you and you can't complain because you signed our terms of service. I just think that's fucking stupid. And the fact that they feel like we don't deserve an explanation or an apology or anything, that pretty much tells you that they literally don't give a fuck about us. If that's not enough proof for you, they didn't even tell the fucking devs and some of these people that are doing games on their platform that they're doing this. But I guess it's cool for Sony just to do all that shit to everybody. You can say, "Oh, it's business." Yes, but I feel like they should at least give the fucking developers like at least some notice so at least they know what's going on and they can back out whenever they felt like it. That's what I feel like should have happened there, but no, rich business. And trust me, I took business classes for 2 years in high school, so I get it. But at the same time, it really shows anti-consumerism and how these companies really want to be operating. Because like at the end of the day, if they if they could cut every cost to make a game and just give us like a vague recollection of a game, if it gave them money, they'll go for it. Period, point blank. They will give us the bare minimum of a game and then shill that out as DLC, like parts of the game that should have been already in there. Kind of like what Capcom used to do. And honestly, you guys gotta understand, these companies do not love us, and you should stop acting like they do. Your loyalty means nothing to these people. You are a dollar sign. And you just literally letting them take your money like a good little customer and not raising the bar and saying, "Hey, give us the physical shit." Because I bet you with this lawsuit that's happening, with the fact that all devs are pulling out, it's gonna be fucking hard for Nintendo. The PS6 is only gonna probably be bought by digital only motherfuckers, but everybody else who really cares, they're gonna be done. They're gonna be fucking done. And that's gonna be the end of it. Now, PlayStation could probably pull themselves back and say, "Oh, we fucked up," but that, I mean, personally, I have personally, other than the stuff on the PlayStation 5, some of that shit is gonna be on freaking Steam, so I'm just gonna buy shit on Steam. It just proves to me that even though we give them money, even though most of us will shell out money for like special editions and shit, it don't matter. They just wanna be cost effective and be like, ooh, we don't have to pay for manufacturing if we just shut that shit down. Just give them the game, give them the digital one. It's easier, more cost effective if we do that. And even fucking Rockstar's like, we hate this. All these other companies, they're like, no, you didn't give us any notice, so it's about to get real up in this bitch. Like we can Like we can sit, like you think we're gonna sit here and twiddle our thumbs? No, we about to do some fucking video game industry hoodlum havoc gangster shit right now. We about to do this shit right now. And it's just like at the end of the day, folks. I know you feel like we're all, most of us are being old timers and sentimental and all this other shit. But there's gonna be a time where you're gonna have to fight too. There's gonna be a time where a company does something so fucked up, you're gonna have to get up, man. You're gonna have to get up and fight any way you know how. And it ain't looking good it ain't looking good for Sony. It is not looking good for Sony. Hell, emulators are springing up like crazy right now because they're like, shit, they ain't gonna do this to us. We gonna freaking take everything we got and we're gonna freaking archive that shit. And if people want to emulate, which I don't condone piracy. Rip the stuff you have, but if you do, I'm not gonna be a narc. You know, people are gonna do what they do, and this is what Sony has wrought. Piracy is going to hit like a motherfucker now, and it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad for Sony, and they're probably gonna be too stubborn. They're gonna be too stubborn to just give up, and actually maybe just give in to our demands, but they won't because I feel like this is gonna go on for like more than two. This thing is gonna go on for longer until like the next CEO is like, bitch, we ain't doing this anymore. I don't know what the fuck you were on. Nah. We're gonna go back to doing physical shit. Watch, it's gonna happen, but I feel like the lawsuit and the fucking I feel like the lawsuit and the devs and the companies just kind of pulling out. It's gonna be like I'm being honest with you. It's gonna be like fucking the Wii U. You know how the Wii U didn't have third party support? That's gonna be Sony. That's gonna be Sony like right then and there. That's gonna be them. And it's not gonna be awesome. They're gonna like motherfuckers are gonna actually like that CEO probably gonna be like, fine, fine, let's give them their fucking physical game so we can turn a profit. Just fuck. Some people are very stubborn, so I don't think that this is gonna happen right away. It's not a guarantee. They still might dig their heels in the sand and go, nope, 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 nope. That might happen. But again, folks, I say when the PS6 comes out, take your business elsewhere. If they want an all digital future, you don't have to be a part of it. Let those motherfuckers deal with their own profit margins on their own. Don't contribute to it. Because there are other ways you can play these games, and I say just go for them. I mean Steam. Okay, I am not talking about any pirated thing whatsoever. Just saying. But if you do, I am not liable. Just saying. I just want to say that right now. Do it. I say do whatever you want. It ain't my job. It ain't my job to police you. My, my job is to solely entertain you and inform you on shit like this. That is my job. But yeah. So what I'm trying to tell you is basically, you know, when the PS6 rolls around, man, there are things like Evercade. There are things like there's like Neo Geo stuff. If you still got your physical, if you still got your physical cards or disc, there is always Polymega. And if this keeps going on, I don't know. I think all these companies might reissue certain things for the retro crowd, and maybe. And again, I said this before in one video. Uh, well, one video when I was doing the deep dive shit. That this is like what I'm about to say here is a fantasy, but I wish Sega would come back to the console market. At this point, this would be a perfect fucking. This would be a perfect fucking sweep. Don't like they don't need to freaking. They do not need to pander to the gamers of the day. They can still pander to the gamers of the day, but pander to the ones that are more wanting some of these characters to come back. And then, because there's a lot of us that remember Sega, then a lot of the newer crowd that actually don't, and all they know is Sonic. Trust me, I've been frustrated about that for years. Why do you think I did? Why do you think I did Sega? Why do you think I did Sega Channel Revival? I love doing it, and it made people actually understand a little bit about the Sega Genesis. There were a few people, not a lot, but a few that were like, "Oh, maybe I should download that." It's like I was like, "Shit, I did something. I did something. I did something that would help." Again, folks. You can be a digital only fan all you want. Digital only fans. You can be a fan. You can be a digital fan all you want. But like, let me tell you something. At some point, a company might do something like this to you. First, it won't be physical like us. It'll probably be digital stuff. Like say they have a contract with a certain company for the game to be on their console, and then they can rip it away from you. You paid for it. You paid for it. You bought all the DLC. You bought like I don't know, maybe you bought in game currency. All that shit is gone, and probably you won't get refunded because people keep trying to stop the stop killing games movement, and fucking I will never let this go. That fucking people from Microsoft, well, one of the spokesmen were like, "Oh, those like private servers are illegal." It's like, how are they illegal? Motherfuckers are criminals because they want to play Minecraft servers that have like different rules and MMO shit, like all that. It's like the fuck. Am I a criminal because I wanted to fucking just go on a fucking Minecraft server that is literally a recreation of Disneyland in every sense of the word? Like, damn. Like, damn, I see how I'm like, I see how it is, Microsoft. I see how it is. So I guess, by going into custom Minecraft servers, guess we're doing crimes. Guess we're fucking doing crimes, man. And that's just a little something you can keep in the back of your head when you're in a custom server. Whatever you do, you're just out here doing crimes. But yeah. And to the people that play COD that go on custom servers, which I didn't even know that was a thing. Guess you guys are doing crimes too. All your KDs, your illegal KDs will be noted, I guess. I don't know. But hey, that's what's going on right now. I just hope the game industry can kind of recover from this. I think we will be having another video game crash, but I don't think it's gonna be like how the first one went. A lot of people say that the games ain't gonna go anywhere. It's gonna be people say it's gonna be the money from the studios itself. They probably won't take a lot of risks. They will always play it safe. Games might be mediocre. A bunch of other stuff. That's what people are kind of, prophesizing in a way. Like really just theorizing that that might be a thing. And that sucks, but maybe that'll be enough to wake these companies up. See, the thing is, we give them the money, we get the game. We give them the money to get the game, but they got greedy. These motherfuckers got greedy, and because they're greedy, they're gonna really understand what it means to not have a lot, not having a lot of money in the market they're trying to advertise to. They're gonna understand pretty soon. And if as like Microsoft already kind of went on digital because I got like an Xbox Series X with no disc drive. Yeah, I went all digital because like literally it was on sale and I was like, you know, it's like damn, I'm gonna get it. And now all the other Xboxes are like way expensive now. I'm like, damn. At least the Steam box makes some sense why it's priced the way it is. To some degree, I get it. And another degree, as a fan of Steam, I'm like, no, I was gonna get it, but fuck, I have to sell a kidney for that shit. Like, goddamn. So yeah, right now gaming sucks, and the discourse around gaming, man, has just devolved and turned into something I don't recognize. And I usually just converse with people that are kind of like minded, like myself, because talking to a regular person, talking to a regular person that games as much as I do, usually ends up with the usual, you're not a gamer, I only play Call of Duty in like freaking 4K, and the frame rates are shoved in my eyeballs. It's like, I'm like, bro, that ain't being a gamer. That's just literally you wanting the prettiest graphics in the world, so you can feel validated, so you can feel validated in your purchase and feel like your life is worth a damn. That's not the same as just gaming. Like, and there was this one dude saying like, Super Snow. He was like, "You got it was always about the graphic." I'm like, sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. It's a case by case basis, my. It's a case by case basis, my boy. It's not purely 1 to 1. Like that dude would just scream, like, bro, why you like? I don't know if that dude's still around, but I was like, dude, why are you so fucking angry? Jesus. Like, why the fuck are you so angry? Like, there'd be people like that, and then there's other people that I will not name because I don't want to fucking deal with their bullshit. That just will be like, oh, you don't know. I'm like, bitch, I was here. I was here when you probably were. You were a gleam of your daddy's ball sack. And I can say that now. It's kind of fun. I can say that now. Not twinkling your eye, gleaming your daddy's ball sack. So yeah, I know what I'm talking about. I've gamed longer than some of these people that be doing these videos. I swear to God. Because me, it was never because back in the day it was about graphics to an extent, but me, if the game was fun and I enjoyed it and I didn't fucking feel like it was a slog, I'd play it. I'd complete it. And with retro games that have retro achievements, I play it and complete it and get achievements for it. It's like at the end of the day, folks, game how you want a game, but like, bro, just enjoy yourself and don't get taken in by corporate shills and the corporations itself, and just enjoy playing what you love. And hopefully, freaking Sony fucking course corrects. Because I feel like the future, because the way I see it, and the numbers I've been crunching for the last like few months, like a month and a half, it does not bode well for them to do this shit now. But hey, folks, that's just one chaotic dude's opinion. Take it or leave it. You didn't ask for it. You didn't want it, but it's here. So you can either walk away, pretend like I just said a bunch of gibberish to you, or you can actually listen to what I'm saying to you. Either way, either way, you can walk away right now, turn off this video, and forget what the fuck I just said. Or you can retain this knowledge and kind of keep it with you like a shield. Your choice. I can't tell you what to do. But that's it for me. I'm Bugsy noname. And I'm signing off. I'm probably gonna go play Quackshot for like the umpteenth time. I fucking love Quackshot, dudes. I don't know what's wrong with me. I just fucking love Quackshot. And I wish there was more. I wish they actually had like a decent, like other than the one on the NES. I wish there was a decent Darkwing Duck game. Like, dude, I need to freaking, I need to pull, I need to pull some of that creativity I got together, and I don't know, like freaking concept a Darkwing Duck video game or some shit. Like, I don't know, or something more grander entirely. Still working on that Tenchi concept though, and I'm almost done with it. But this is where I leave you. Cold, naked, a little bit sweaty. That's the big finish.